There was a report by NPR in Boston. They used a professor from Northwestern University, specifically their Qatar branch. Didn't realize we had that, but we do. Professor at Northwestern University in Qatar, Professor Khalid Haroub. And again, this aired on Boston's NPR. And they decided to get his thoughts on this whole conflict, only to later find out that this person too, just like the other lady we just showed you from ITV in London, has got a bit of a problematic past in commenting on Israel and Palestine. And even in the wake of this attack on October 17th, said the following in an interview with, quote, The Print. Listen to Saad 12.
The main story that kind of dominated the media, global media, first Western media, it was led by Western media, and it became the narrative. Hamas beheaded 40 babies, Hamas raped women, Hamas killed civilians. Yeah, unfortunately, the rest of us, they will take the cue from that narrative. Now, after 2-3 days, there was no proof whatsoever. And yet the damage has been done. And everywhere until today, as I follow, people still buying the stories of, babies and women raping and all of that. Now, based on this, my question to everyone, what are the evidence? The source of this is Israel. I have doubt. I am not defending, not apologizing, but I am being careful and say there is a need for more examination to say what is happening exactly. We need to see things.
So this guy, Northwestern professor, doesn't believe it happened. Doesn't believe in the atrocities that happened in Israel. Gets put on NPR. Then he gets put on CNN. CNN has no problem with his past comments. Just Google the guy. It's so obvious. You got to be careful. CNN puts him on too. And now Northwestern comes out and says, oh, you know what? This should not be interpreted as the university's official stance. But we firmly support academic freedom and freedom of expression. It's the same playbook we've seen time and time again. All these universities, which you've been speaking out about for years, have finally found their commitment to free speech as their professors come out to say, there were no raped women, there are no dead children, where's the proof? And then go back to teaching our children.
Since he's so much into media integrity, how does he feel about the Israel bombed the hospital? Because that seems to have been nullified as a false original story.
They don't accept that. Rashida Tlaib doesn't accept that. Guys like this don't accept that. They still want an investigation, Gad. They want probably by the UN. They want the UN guy. Sure, I'm sure how that's going to work out.
It's just, but see that again, that's where my pessimism comes up. My optimism comes from the fact that I believe that most humans have the capacity to rise above tribalism and use their cognitive reasoning to come to truth. But now I'm seeing that it really is maybe too much of an optimistic position, because and I've tried to engage some of these people, both privately and publicly. And once they are fully parasitized by their hatred to the Jew, it's impossible to connect with you, right? So for example, they say, well, the Holocaust happened, but it was 30,000 people. It wasn't 6 million people. And so there's always some equivocation. You can't simply say episode X was dreadful, period. So yes, maybe they killed some babies, but they didn't decapitate them. And if they decapitated them, it wasn't 40. So they always come up with the higher moral ground.
And it was post-mortem. It was post-mortem.
They had sex with them, but it was after the fact, not while she was alive.
Honestly, that's like that's what it's been reduced to. It's absolutely insane. So when you say like you're worried about the future of the West, I mean, you put it more eloquently than I just did. I read the tweet. Like, what do you mean exactly?
Well, so let me analogize. You go see your doctor and God forbid he says you've got stage 4 cancer. So you first say, well, there is no such thing as cancer. And then you say, well, if there is cancer, it's the Jews who did it. And if there's a cure for cancer, probably the Jews are not going to share it. And here's what I'm going to do to intervene to deal with my cancer. I'm going to smoke 4 packs of cigarettes a day. I'm going to spend 4 hours in an artificial sunbed. And I'm going to take a deep inhalation in my bag of asbestos. That's what's happening with the West. the old cliche of you first have to recognize the problem before you do anything about it, right? I lost a lot of weight since COVID. I lost it because when my physician said, hey, Gad, you're overweight, you have young children, you need to lose weight, I recognized that Lizzo's comment of healthy and beautiful at any size is not true. And I knew that I had to lose weight. So the West right now is receiving this professor's healthy evaluation, and it's telling you you're not healthy. You cannot coexist with ideologies which, when they become in the majority, the first thing they will do is get rid of all of your liberties. The Muslim Brotherhood said many years ago something that I'm going to repeat here. They said, we are going to conquer you in 3 ways. We're going to conquer you through the womb of our women, demography, higher fertility. We're going to conquer you through hijrah. Hijrah is the Arabic word for immigration. And we're going to conquer you by using your miserable freedoms against you. They're doing a pretty good job, aren't they, Megyn?
So what do you and I are sitting here 20 years from now, and we're a little grayer and older and more lined, and we're talking about our respective countries then. What, all these young college students between 18 and 24 are now running the country. What does it look like? Do they mature out of this hatred?
Right. If we stay the course, then in 20 years, it's not all lost, but it's a lot more volatile than it is now. So it's not yet full Beirut house-to-house fighting, but it is whatever you're seeing now that looks ominous, it'll be 20 years down the line more ominous.
Health insurance is broken. Premiums are increasing, deductibles getting larger, claims denials are becoming more and more common. The headache of health insurance is exactly why Crowd Health was created. It's not health insurance, it's a way to pay for healthcare through crowdfunding. Crowd Health is doing things differently, and they take care of you. If the insurance companies do not give you the peace of mind you need, you could try Crowd Health. That's why your $50 a month membership includes the tools and services you need to get the highest quality healthcare. You'll get access to telemed visits, discounted prescriptions, and so much more. Plus, you will have access to your own personal care advocate. And of course, you will join the crowd, a group of members just like you who want to help pay for each other's unexpected medical events. You could opt out of restrictive health insurance plans and let Crowd Health assist with your healthcare needs. Get started today if you're interested for just $50 a month. Use code MK to try it. Check it out. Crowd Health is not insurance, and learn more about it at joincrowdhealth.com. That's joincrowdhealth.com, code MK. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.